Okay, so I did a pretty good job of explaining gene diversity and why the image of God is in the black race in a very specific line that is my line that ends with me, and there's a spectrum of who looks similar. However, okay, it is like the parable of the 10 minas. If you feel like I'm a great black warrior and da 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 da, and I'm almost like this guy da da da, did you obey God through me? So you were given all that. And when I came back, okay, after all these years, the Spirit came back in this definitive top martial arts form. Sabotaged, also crowned my head. Blessed are they who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Is sabotage another knot on my belt? You betcha. Okay, so after all that, okay, what were you doing as a proud black man, as a Nigerian, as an African American of Nigerian descent, or Brazilian, or Afro-Brazilian, Haitian, what have you? What were you doing at the time? To him who much is given, much is expected. If you're a rich white guy, you're like, ha, I'm not black, but you're a rich white guy. What were you doing with that money? All you people saying we're Jews and they look to us first and all these people listen to me. What were you doing with that influence? All you celebrities, etc. So I was listening to Psalm 89:13. Your arm is endowed with power. Your hand is strong. Your right hand exalted. Your right hand exalted. Isn't that the weapon hand? Yes. The Bible talks about God giving people a beating with the right hand. It even goes on, it says, your arm is endowed with power, right? With spiritual power. Not flesh-based garbage, it's beneath God. Spiritual power. Your hand is strong, your right hand exalted. Not because of technology or sabotage or poisoning and fuming. Because of spiritual power. The source of righteousness and justice. 14. Righteousness and justice are the foundation of your throne, and love and faithfulness go before you. So when loving God enough to obey God, okay, you feel that. You say that spirit of, you need to obey me. So you obey God. And then righteousness and justice as you get to the source, the foundation, the center, the core, the source, all the above, the throne and the person sitting on it. Blessed are those who have learned to acclaim you, who walk in the light of your presence, Lord. I know they're messing with my voice. They take away from it. If you heard it right now next to me, it would sound different than you hear it on the phone. Keep in mind that. Okay? Because they do not want you to hear the most righteous person that ever lived say things in a way that you can. That's why I say rally to me and listen in person. You will have no doubt in your mind that I'm sabotage and that I'm Christ if you hear me out in person. Okay? Blessed are those who have learned to acclaim you, who walk in the light of your presence, Lord, the light of your presence, the presence of righteousness, justice, true love, and faithfulness. They rejoice in your name all day long. They celebrate your righteousness. They celebrate your righteousness, character, right? They don't celebrate people saying, well, I'm someone important and God has blessed me with wealth, or whatever your flesh-based argument is. Well, I'm black, and that means that I'm a soul brother, and they're the slave master. No, it's not good enough. You see what I'm saying? Righteousness transcends your culture. And when you insist that's not the case, how much more despicable does your culture of this world become? Why can't you people ever understand that? For you are their glory and strength, and by your favor you exalt our horn. What is a horn? A horn can be used as a weapon. It also symbolizes a king. It symbolizes power, right? Power. Why did this animal evolve to have a horn? Okay, it's like sharp teeth, it's like claws. It's a form of exerting power in this world. Natural and spiritual power. To get to supernature, we have to go through nature. No artificial, no theater arts, no propaganda arts, no psychology, but truth. 18. Indeed, our shield belongs to the Lord, our King, to the Holy One of Israel. This is why it's vital to understand the difference between people. And me coming from a long line of righteousness, but so Cain could be born. People can be related to me. People can be brother, sister, whatever. And they don't necessarily come from that righteousness. It's RNA gene expression, natural gene expression. That's part of why it ends after me, because of tech, breeding, generational ill-got gains, generational cheating, okay, manipulating with gene expression, with technologies, and so on and so forth. Okay? So our King, indeed our shield belongs to the Lord, our King, to the Holy One of Israel. I belong to God. I am servant to God. I belong to God. God has mastered me, and I obey God. I am not God. I obey God. My message, my spirit, which is the divine order, is the commanding, so I speak with authority as the one God chose as leader. And in this very jealous secular nation and an evil globalist planet and all the evil nations, there's all the nations of the world, they reject this argument. Okay? Because they don't want me to exert the authority from God. 19, once you spoke in a vision, to your faithful people you said, I have bestowed strength on a warrior. He said, I have bestowed strength on a warrior. So how did he describe David? As a warrior. I have raised up a young man from among the people. I have found David, my servant, with my sacred oil. I have anointed him. So David at that time was in the kind of Christ spirit. He's anointed. So whose son is David? He's the son of who's David the son of? He's the son of God in that sense. And whose son is Jesus? He's the son of God through David, through the idea of being a warrior king. So Christ, Psalm 89 makes it clear, is a warrior king of God with focused moral intensity and universal pinpoint and moral precision. I'll end right there for now.